Good morning friends. So today I am discussing on the important topic on belting method of land valuation. So in this method the main motto is to find the valuation of the land which is to the road touch. Now suppose this is a road, this is a national highway which I am talking about, and then this is the parallel part of the land which is connected to this national highway. And say generally in belting method of land valuation there are three zones which are created. The one which is nearest to this, that will be called as a zone 1, and the corresponding to that will be called as a zone 2, and the third part that will be called as a zone 3. Now generally when you are fixing the depth for the valuation of the road, so suppose I am assuming this as y1, this is the depth of the first part of the road which is adjacent to the highway. Now second, y2 will be taken as 1.5 times of y1. So whatever this depth is there, that will be 1.5 times of the y1. Then y3 will be 2.25 times of y1. So this is the general consideration whenever we are doing the partition for the zones. Now coming to rates. Now generally we know that the part of the land which is nearer to the road will be having the highest rate. Now suppose this is nothing but I am considering it as rate R1 per square meter for zone 1. Now similarly rate R2. Now this R2 will be 2/3 of the rate of R1 per square meter for zone 2. Now similarly rate R3 for the third part, this will be 1/2 times of R1 per square meter. So this is general assumptions what we take when I am considering the belting method of land valuation. So I am just taking one example which is a numerical which is asked in the examination itself. So the question says that a plot of the land is situated along a highway. The plot has an area of 20,000 square meter. So this is the total land which is there whose valuation has to be done. Now with a single frontage width of say 40 meter along the highway. Now suppose this whatever the width they are saying, so this is equal to 40 meter. The front 30 meter along the plot from the edge of the highway is kept reserved for providing garden. It means that there is still a partition which is made here. Now this is one partition which is made. Now this is nothing but this they have given it as 30 meter. The front 30 meter along the plot from the edge of the highway is kept reserved for providing garden. Also remaining 3 sides of the plot is prohibited from any sort of construction under law. So these other 3 sort also they have said that there is no construction which has to be allowed. Next, assuming that the prevailing rate of land varies between 20 to 25 per square meter, find the value of the property. Right. Now this is what the question which is asked. Now what we have to do is, now we know that the total area which is given. Now here I am just taking it as solution. Now total area they have given it as how much? Total area is equal to 20,000 square meter, right? So in 20,000 square meter, what I know is that this front width, this is 40 meter which is given, right? But I need to find here the depth. Now this is the entire depth. Now depth, this is equal to area upon front width, right? So which is given. Now if I consider like this, so this will become what? 20 1000 is the land upon front width is 40. Now if we calculate this, so this 40,000, so this comes out to be 500. Now if we calculate, so I am just checking with the calculation part here. So 20,000 divided by 40, so this comes out to be 500. So total depth, this is 500 meter, right? So in 500 meter, now depth available I need to calculate. Depth available in the sense that 30 meter as per government rules I need to give it for gardening purposes. So it means 500 minus 30. So depth available for me is 470 meter. Now if you consider here, so this entire thing is 500. So this half, this some portion I need to give for gardening purpose. So remaining depth, so that is nothing but what, your y1 plus y2 plus y3, this comes out to be 470 meter, right? So when I am considering this as 470 meter, so I need to calculate now for y1 is how much, y2 is how much, and y3 is how much. So total width is 470. So what I will do, y1 plus y2 plus y3, so this is comes out to be 470 meter. So I will change everyone in terms of y1. So y2 will be what now, we know that it is 1.5 of y1 plus, now y3 is what, y3 is 2.25 times of y1, 2.25 times of y1. So this is equal to 470. Now if I equate it for y2, 1, 2.5, 4 point, so this I think you add it, 2.25 plus 1.25, 2.25, right, plus 1.5 plus 1. So this comes out to be 4.75. 4.75 to into y1, this is equal to 470. Therefore y1 is equal to how much? So this will be 470 upon 4.75. So this comes out to be say something 98.94 something. So I will round it up to 100 meter. Now my y1 is what, 100 meter. So this portion is 100 meter. Therefore 1.5 into y1 means this becomes 150. Now in total 470, I need to subtract this 100, 150. So y3 will be 220, right? So 2.25. So this formula I need not to apply. So 470 minus of 250. So this comes out to be 220. Now the width, the depth is finalized. Now I need to focus on the rate. So they have said that rate is prevailing between 20 to 25. Therefore I am considering average rate for valuation. So this is equal to minimum is 20 and highest is 25. 20 plus 25 upon 2, this will be 22.5 per square meter, the rate I am considering. So now here what happens, now this rate is fixed. Now R1 is what, R1 comes out to be 22.5. Now similarly R2 will be 2 by thirds of 22.5. So this R1 I have calculated 22.5 and this I have calculated, this is also 22.5. Now I need to find rates of each zone now, right? So cost for zone 1, this will be what, area into R1, area into the rate. Now if I consider here, if you come now I will just I will calculate here itself, so that this will be easy. Cost for zone 1, this is equal to area into rate R1. Now area if you want, so that will be this 40 into 100. So this will be 40 into 100 and rate R1 is 22.5. Now just calculate 40 into 100, 40 into say 100 into 22.5. This comes out to be rupees 90,000, right? Then cost for zone 2. Now for zone 2, the same area into R2. So this will be 100 150, area is 150 into 40 into R2 is 2 by 3 into R1 is 22.5. Now just calculate this 150 into 40 into 2 into 22.5 upon 3. This also comes out to be rupees 90,000, right? The last cost for zone 3. Now this comes out to be area into rate R3. So area is once again 220 into 40 and into 1 by 2 into 22.5, right? Now this if we calculate, so this comes out to be how much? 220 into 40, this will be area into 22.5 upon 2, this will be 99,000 rupees. Now total cost of land, this will be 90,000 plus 90,000 plus 99,000. Now if you add all this comes out to be 90,000 plus 90,000 plus 99,000. This will be rupees 2,79,000. So this will be the total cost of the land, right? So this is how the numerical has to be solved. Now suppose there are any other portion which are adjacent to it like this. Now here once again this rate will be half of zone 1, this once again will be half of zone 2, and this once again will be half of zone 3, right? So this is with respect to how once again now these three rates are to be separately calculated and that will be added to the total cost, right? Thank you.